Oh, shit. Hi everyone, welcome to Project of Today. My name is Tobias and this is my YouTube channel. A channel dedicated to sawmill, woodworking and small machinery surrounding this. Today we are in my workshop and I just bought a new cool product from Virutex. It's a vacuum clamp that doesn't need any vacuum pump. It uses normal compressor to dry vacuum. So let's test it. Let's start by the model. The model is Virutex SVN250. So let's check what's included. First we have the vacuum plate itself. And you get the short hose. And you get extra sealant rings. And you get the extra clamp and the instruction manual. So this is everything included. And here you see you have the rubber, and you can check its different sizes. Let's open it. So for example, if you want a smaller area, you take the smaller sealant and you just put it in like this. And you always need, here is the place where it will draw vacuum from, so it will need this part to be included, but otherwise you can choose different areas. It's really sturdy, it feels really strong. So let's mount it on my table. So here is my setup. I have two vacuum clamps, or do you say vacuum clamps? Vacuum thingy. So the goal here is to have it for sanding and do different of edge stuff and so on. And on this one, here's my air hose with normal compressed air. And I have a valve on each. So the first thing I was thinking we're going to do is try different materials, see what's stuck. We have USB, we have plywood, I have some oak that is planed, I have rough sawn oak, I have oak that have been in the bandsaw, and I have some rough sawn. Let's try it. So the way I was thinking of doing this is just try to stick it with the clamp and push it, because most of the force will be pushing, and then I will try to drag it off. And I will put my foot on the table, since this is a little bit light table. And if it's smaller pieces, I will use the smaller one, or for larger pieces I use the one. Okay. Let's start with USB. There is no chance. USB, no go. Rough sawn lumber. I mean, it's really decent. The goal is to be able to sand it. I have the Virutex with 60 grit paper, and I think it's going to be fine. No problem. So the push test works fine. Let's see if I try to lift it. It's not, the rough zone doesn't stick so much, but the one I quickly sanded, let's try that one. Huge difference. Let's try some rough sawn oak. There is no chance I can move this one. Push it away. Yep. You can push it off, but nice. And then we have the plain oak. Can take it on the same one, it fits on the other one, but we use the same for reference. Ow, shit. It's, if you can get it so you can lift it a bit in the corner, then you can drop the vacuum, but there is no chance straight up. I can't pull it straight up. And I think I'm rather strong. So let's put it with lots of overhang. Now I have lots of overhang and see if I can sand it with the Virutex. No problem. You maybe hear the sound from my compressor. I have a small, this silent type compressor. I mean, this is a fine surface, so here's the compressor I'm using. It's a cheap Vivo Chinese compressor, the silent model, and it's a 30 liters tank, so I need to make the calculation for the drop test, and it's stating 165 liters a minute. I don't believe in that figure. I think that's not even near what it's giving. I thought I have filled up my compressor to 8 bar. It's the maximum I goes to, and turned it off, so it's 24 liters at 8 bars. So I was thinking pushing this one in and see how long time it does take before it drops, so we can have an estimation on how much air do you really need. And I have my timer. So let's go. So checks it's hanging in there, nothing touching the board. So 7 minutes and 19 seconds. So let's us make a rough estimation on how much air we was using. I think it was about 1 bar left in the compressor when it dropped. So if we take 7 by 30, we had 210 liters in that we were using from the tank, and we had it pulled up for 7.3 minutes approximately. I mean, 7.3 minutes it's 7 minutes and 18 seconds, and we had 19, but for simplicity let's divide it by 7.3. That's 28.76 liters a minute, and I think the manual stating 28 liters a minute, so pretty close there. And I checked on how big compressor do you really need. I was checking the simplest compressor I could find here in Sweden, at least, is the one of the absolutely simplest is the Jula Mechwood battery powered compressor, 18 volts with 4 liters tank, and I think that one stated it should be 45 liters a minute. So I don't know if that one will work, but I think all small compressor will be good enough, at least for 1 plate. If you're running 2, then you maybe need a little bit bigger compressor, but 1 horsepower with 6 liter tank I think should be enough. I got a question how it sit with sawdust. I mean, this is where it drag in the air. It's working, so it blows air in here, and it have an ejector here that push the air in a fine stream and push it out in a hole here that will bring all the air and vacuum down this hole. And what happens if you drop sawdust? I mean, this is a dust environment, and in the manual it said you should put your finger for the hole here. It should clean itself. So let's try it. Now it's turned off. I have a pile of sawdust. I think that should be enough. Maybe we can get a little bit closer. So, turn on the vacuum. Oh, it's blowing out. Let's take a board and put it on. If you do like this and push it like this, it's obviously blowing out air before it gets vacuum, like you see. So I don't think sawdust is a huge problem. Turn it on before you put the board on, but I will try to be naughty and put the board on before I turn on the vacuum. And I don't get no vacuum. No. And we are back. What is said in the manual? Push the finger for the hole. Clean it out quickly. Seems to be working fine. Let's try it again. Just put the board on. Yeah, it's stuck there really hard. Works like a charm. So my conclusion over these vacuum clamps, I'm really happy with them. So I'm definitely gonna continue working with them. I probably will build something better than this board. I mean, it's just, this was more to check. Do I really... So what's my conclusion of my simple setup here? I'm really impressed how strong they are, and they seems to work really good. And this today we only used one, but I have the option to use two for putting longer boards. I will probably redo the boards a bit and so on. But I'm really impressed. I got this at Toolbox here in Sweden. I will give a link in the description. So I give it 5 thumbs up. I'm really pleased with them. But I will use them more and get back and give my point in maybe 6 months or something and talk about them again. And if you have any question, just write them down below and I will try to answer all of them. And share it between your friends, this video. And give it a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down, so I know. And if you have more questions, just let me know. I will try to answer everything. And until next time, bye.